Hey guys, in this review I'll be taking a look at two great laptops in the Lenovo series, the T450 and the T60s. First I'll explain the T series briefly before I deep dive into the differences, so let's just go ahead. Now, the Lenovo portfolio consists of 6 series, and you could think the more choices you have, the better. However, too much choices can be really confusing. So if you're like me, you would just get overwhelmed by the many different modules and alternatives that the market has to offer. Now, Lenovo has tried to satisfy different types of buyers and users, and therefore made series like the L series to reach the students, and the Yoga series for people that are constantly on the move, or the P series for people that wants to have the power of a desktop PC but insists on having a laptop. But the most balanced in form of performance and mobility is probably the T series. And this balance does come with a price tag. So I'm not going to talk too much about all the models, but I'll just say that the ThinkPads of the T series and the X series are on the higher price business side of Lenovo, which without exception falls into the category of business notebooks with a price tag of somewhat above €1,000 when they hit the market. And depending on the hardware, it could be actually closer to €2,000, which is a lot of money for a normal user. So as I already mentioned, I'll just focus on two laptops today. So the Lenovo T series is actually the flagship on the Lenovo. It's the business laptops with power. So I've looked at the computer T60. So the computer T60 is 2 years newer than the T450, but if you buy today, you could get a decent one on the second-hand market for around €700, I'd say. It's still a very good laptop, and even if you want to use it for more than email surfing and some photo editing, it's a really great choice. And I recently bought the T450 for other purposes, and I noticed it worked actually beautifully with Microsoft Teams and an entire Microsoft package, and it's actually a really nice computer still. And this is the charm about the T series. It's got performance to last years and years to come, as it's actually the flagship of Lenovo, which you can really tell. So what's the main difference between the T450 and the T460? So for one, you have a much more powerful graphics card with a much better GPU, and in the newer one you have the DDR4 RAM, which basically makes it faster. So, and also the newer T460 has support of up to 24 gigabytes of ROM, which is really good. I mean, as a normal user, you would only probably have 8 or maybe 16 gigabytes of ROM. And even though they look very the same, the newer T460 is actually a lot lighter and thinner, and you can really notice it if you hold it in your hand. So it's got a little bit more. The newer one's got a little bit more of a wedge-shaped design. And also one thing that they did with the battery with the newer model is they took the internal battery of a total of 49 watts, and in the old version you had 2 batteries, whereas in the newer version you only have 1, which means that you don't have a sort of a power bridge, and this has a impact on the possible battery life. Also on the newer one you have an HDMI slot instead of a classical VGA, so which gives it better quality, obviously, if you have external screens. So to sum it up, yeah, there are a few changes between the 450 and the 460 model. I would say you could notice it actually. If you are working a lot with the computer. So you got a better graphics card, you got a better monitor, it's slightly faster, but depending on what you're planning to do with the computer, the T450 is really still good enough. It's a really good computer if you just need it for checking your email, writing, doing maybe a little bit of photo editing. If you want to do more powerful stuff, I would go for the newer model. So let's just have a look at them also. Alright, so on the right side you can see me opening the T460s with my left hand. And now I'm doing the same thing to the T450. And it was a lot easier to open the newer computer with my left hand, I have to say. And let's just have a look at how this goes. It's actually pretty much a tide of what I can see. They're both really fast in opening windows. It's like a split second between them. So there you have it. Alright, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Until next time.